Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping well and thank you so much for joining me on another video today. So today I have a weigh update for you. Apologies I've not put it out sooner, but it's half term here for us. I left Slimming World and then went straight into another task. I did have all hopes and means that I was just going to film the vlog and get it up really quickly, but as best laid plans go, didn't happen. So I've got a spare 5 minutes now. I'm in the middle of getting ready, hence why I look upside down. But to be fair, I always look upside down. So I thought I'd just jump on quickly. The hubby and the kids are downstairs, so jump on quickly and update you guys because I'm very aware I've not done it yet. And I've restarted my Slimming World journey, and so I'm very keen to share how everything is going on because I know that a lot of people do follow this side of things and are doing Slimming World themselves or even on a different weight loss journey. So yeah, very keen to get on and update it. So I do want to apologise for that. However, I also want to thank as well because I have finally hit that 1,000 subscribers. So to each and every single one of you, new or old subscriber, I just want to say a massive thank you for hitting that button and subscribing to my page. When I first started back in the day, when I can't even remember how long ago it was, I honestly, genuinely never thought I'd hit double figures, let alone hit 1,000. So I am absolutely over the moon. And I just want to say a massive thank you. You genuinely have no idea how much it means to me. It really does. It means the world. It's just, yeah, it's just amazing. I can't believe it. So I just want to say a massive thank you. But because I do have quite a few new subscribers, I thought rather than people having to go right to the very beginning of all my vlogs, I'd just do a really quick update. So my name's Andrea. I'm a mum of 4 children. I have 2 boys and 2 girls. Kieran, who is 14, then I've got Alyssa, who is 11, Alana, who is 2, and Kobe, who is 11 months and will turn 1 year old on bonfire night. So yeah, mum of 4. I've got my husband Kev. We also have a dog called Luna, a cat called Peanut. We do have another cat called Malcolm as well, but he comes and goes. He's a bit of a wild one. He's been neutered, but yeah, he still wanders. So he picks and chooses when he comes back. And then we also have 2 gerbils as well called Thunder and Lightning. So a busy house, definitely a busy house. And like I've said, it's half term here. It's just crazy. Always busy, but that's life. And I genuinely wouldn't have it any other way. I'm currently on maternity leave. I go back in January of 2023. So I have got quite a large gap between my children. You know, we had 2 together and then we took a large gap and then we've had another 2 and then that's it. We're done and dusted. 4 children is what we've always wanted and we are very blessed, touch wood, everything. We're very blessed that everyone's happy and healthy and we've got the family that we've always wanted. So you won't see any more pregnancy updates from me. We've contributed to the population enough, definitely. But yeah, I'm currently on maternity leave. I go back, like I said, in January. With Alana, I originally went off on maternity leave in January of 2020. And I worked it out the other day that from in that 3-year gap, because obviously went off January 2020, going back January 2023, in that 3-year time, I've only been at work for 4 months. So I've been so lucky that I've managed to miss all the palaver with COVID, everything like that, all the masks and the shielding and everything. I've managed to miss it all, which again, I count my blessings every single day because I know it was a crazy time for so many people and still is to a degree because, obviously it's something that we're learning to live with now. But yeah, go back then. I do work in the NHS. I'm a midwife, so I'm around babies all the time. Won't make me broody, like I've said, won't make me broody at all. I'm quite happy to catch other people's babies and not be catching my own any longer. So yeah, I love maternity leave. I really do. If I could, I'd be a full-time stay-at-home mum. As much as I love my job, I love my family obviously more. Obviously, everybody does. I love my family more and I love being at home with them. So if I could, in an ideal world, I would be a stay-at-home mum, but I can't. I'm going back to work in January. However, I am only going back to part-time, which is fantastic. So it does mean that I can be at home with the family a lot more. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, and I started the Slimming World journey back in January of this year, 2020. So I started it because obviously I had COVID in the November. I wanted to lose the weight. I don't plan on having any more children, like I've already said. And so I just wanted to get back to me, get back to pre-baby Andrea, because even since after I had Kieran, I mean, with Kieran, I put on 5 stone with him, which was a ridiculous amount of weight, but so easily done. I know it's so easily done. And I literally was eating for 2 families, I think, rather than just 2 people. But I've never really lost all of the weight since I've had Kieran. And that's what this whole plan is, that I can lose the weight and get back pre-baby weight. So not just Kobe, not just Alana, not just Alyssa, but pre-Kieran. And he turns 15 in June. So you can see how long I've been carrying this weight about. And I need to get rid of it because I don't want it anymore. It's done its job. I've had my babies. It's grown everybody. It's been a squishy, lovely blanket and pillow for them to rest on. But now I want to get back to being me, and I want to be able to be fit and healthy, that I can run around after them basically and join in on everything that they're doing, because I'm only getting older and I need to lose the weight. There's no ifs or buts. I want to be around for a very long time. And again, touching Kobe's cot, touch my head. I want to see them grow and I want to see them have babies of their own. So that is why it is so important that I lose this weight. There's no ifs, no buts. And I love food, but there is nothing that tastes as good as being healthy and seeing my family grow. So that is what I'm doing. So yeah, started back in January 2022. Oh my God, I need to stop saying numbers, don't I? And I've not finished yet because you don't even know my weights. But yeah, started back in January of this year and did really well with Slimming World. Really well. I've done it previously in the past, so I do know the plan like the back of my hand. In fact, I probably know the plan better than the back of my hand, which I think can sometimes be your downfall, that you get too complacent with it. You've always got to be on your toes with stuff, don't you? So I think I might have got a little bit complacent with it. So yeah, went back and just restarted the whole thing. Thought, this is my year. I'm going to lose the weight. Happy days. Let's get it off. And I'm never going back to putting weight on again. That's not going to be me anymore. That was the plan. And again, all best laid plans don't go according to plan, or at least not with me. So yeah, it started back in January and I weighed in, got on the scales and I weighed in at 16 stone 13, which, to look at me, genuinely, I didn't look that weight. Whenever people found out how much I weighed back then, they'd be like, no way are you, a pound shy of 17 stone. No way. But I genuinely was. I must just carry it well. I mean, I'm only 5'5". I'm not massive. I'm not like tall, massive, I mean. But I must have just carried it well, hid it well in all my chins and my bum. I must have just hid it well. But yeah, 16 stone 13. And then everything went swimmingly. I lost weight every single week. I think I only maintained a couple of times maybe, but I always seemed to get a loss. Big or small, I got a loss. And everything was going amazing. Then comes June the 27th, which was the day before my son's 14th birthday. I went to group. It was a Monday. I went to group. Happy days. I managed to lose enough weight that I got my 2.5 stone award, which I was over the moon with. Obviously, 2.5 stone off, and you could really tell. I could start seeing it. I could see it in my face. I could see it in my shoulders. I just felt good. My tummy felt flatter. Everything was going amazing. And to that point, I was 2 stone 8 pounds down from when I started back in the January. So feeling really good. But then the day after, it's my son's birthday. One thing led to another. And I think, again, because I'd been doing it for so long and I'd got so complacent, again, because of knowing the plan so well, I just took my foot off the pedal, basically, and wasn't watching what I was doing. And one bad day turned into two, turned into three, turned into four, turned into a week, turned into a month. And it spiraled like that. And the worse I was, the harder I found it to pick myself back up and start again, basically. And I was enjoying the freedom. I mean, with any kind of dieting health plan, you can eat what you want. Obviously you can. Slimming World, as much as stuff thinned and stuff are really, really high, they're still not telling that you can't have it. They're not saying that you can't have it. You can eat what you want on anything, but you've got to know that you might not get the losses that you expect or you want. But I just saw it as a massive free for all. And then we had all sorts going on within our family. Luckily not immediate family, not with me, the kids and my hubby. But we had issues going on with grandparents. They got taken unwell and unfortunately passed away. So all that badness that I was doing to myself, self-sabotaging, just was prolonged, basically. It was an excuse for me just to carry it on because I couldn't think about my family as well as trying to think about me and staying following Slimming World and being strict with myself. I just couldn't do that. So it was an easy excuse for myself. And it definitely was. I used it as an excuse because Slimming World isn't complicated. I could have easily continued with plan and focused on my family. I could have done easy. I'm a woman. We're used to multitasking, and I'm a mum. I'm used to multitasking. It's not something I don't do on a daily basis. So that was one thing that could have easily done, and it would have made me feel better because I wouldn't have felt rubbish from eating all the rubbish. But again, it was an excuse, so I took it, and it was an easy excuse, so I ran with it. And then summer holidays came around. We were busy. Again, another excuse. Well, it's summer holidays. I'll start back in September. And that was my plan. I'll go back. When the kids go back, I'll go back and we'll all have a fresh start. But I was trying to be on plan during this time when September came around, because I stepped on the scales after the summer, looked at the numbers and thought, oh my goodness, Andrea, what the hell have you done to yourself? And at this point, I'd put like a stone on or something. It might have been a little bit more. And I thought, what the hell are you doing? All that hard work, you've just literally swiped it out from under yourself. All for what? Nothing really. Nothing. So I was disgusted with myself. I was so annoyed. But I only had myself to blame, of course. There's nobody else. There's nobody else feeding me. I feed us all. I make all the meals. So it was literally just me. So I thought to myself, right, well, before I go back, I'm going to go back. I'm definitely going to go back because I can't do it by myself. But before I go back, I'm going to try and chip off some of this weight because I want to continue my progress, because I'd not put the full 2 stone 8 pound on at this point. I want to chip away at it, and then maybe I've only got half a stone gain when I go back. That was my thinking anyway. So again, best will in the world, and I'm going to keep saying this because this is what seems to be a familiar theme for me, that I've always got the best will in the world and it never goes to plan. So I don't know if anyone else can relate. I tried, I was on plan, I was off plan. Some days were good, some days were terrible. I was very relaxed with my sins. I wasn't always counting everything. I definitely wasn't weighing everything. I was just guesstimating, looking at it, giving it a quick eyeball and thinking, yeah, that looks about right. So I'd say it was a case of, rather than 2 steps forward, 1 step back, it was definitely 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So even though I was trying to stay on plan, I wasn't being on plan at all. Looking back at it, it was just occasionally I'd be in the area of being on plan. Some days I was, but majority I wasn't. And I just proceeded to put more weight on, because then if I went away for the weekend with the kids or with a hubby, I'd have the whole weekend off. I wasn't on plan at all then. And I'd go to town thinking, well, when I go back, I'm going to be. And yeah, you can see the cycle. So I proceeded to just put more weight on. So it's just easy for me to gain weight. I know, again, it sounds like an excuse, but it is the truth. It's just easy for me to gain weight. I don't even have to eat something. I could look at a chocolate milkshake, and I'm not joking you, my ass will jiggle for a week. It's just that easy. So when I do actually consume something that I shouldn't be, or that takes me out of, the Slimming World plan, which ultimately is out of all my calorie deficit, I will put weight on, and I just put it on so easy. So long and short of it is that I need group. I can't do it by myself. Clearly, I cannot do it by myself. I've proven that by the fact that I've put all this weight back on. So the other week, I thought, right, Andrea, enough's enough. You need to just pull your finger out and get your backside back to group, because it's clearly not working at home. I've got all my friends at Slimming World. I love going to group. I really find that support helpful and motivating. Sorry about that, but my phone was ringing and I can't ever seem to get through anything without someone interrupting me some way, shape or form, can I? And I'm very easily distracted as well. So let me just have a quick think. So yeah, going back, I can hear Alana now shouting me from the bottom of the stairs. Don't worry, there's a baby gate on, and like I said, everybody else is downstairs. So I am going to ignore her because I know she's perfectly fine. She's just being nosy. Like, where is mummy gone? She said she was going to be 5 minutes. But mummy is never 5 minutes. So yeah, like I've said, I restarted. I thought, right, enough's enough. Stop messing about. Get your butt back to group. And I went back a week Monday ago. So I'm just looking to the side of me because I've got the dates of when I went back again. I've left my book downstairs and I did mean to bring it up with me to do this. But I'm not going back down again to go get it because, like I say, I'll get collared and I'll be roped into doing something, and then this vlog will definitely never get finished. So yeah, restarted on October the 17th, which was a Monday. I went to the 10 a.m. group. I'm going to always try and go to that 10 a.m. group so that I can keep things nice and consistent. Rather than, because my Slimming World consultant, she does groups 3 times a day on a Monday. So 10 a.m., 5:30, 7 o'clock, I want to say. You can obviously pick and choose whichever one you go to, whichever one fits in best. But I like to try and stick to the same one so that my body is consistent and the weighing time's consistent, my routine is consistent, just so that I'm getting the best results. And that, like, if I go in on a morning and then I'd go in on the evening, sometimes I might not have lost the weight that I was expecting to. Is that because I've been eating and drinking? Which it probably is, but again, mentally, it doesn't help really, does it? Because you still don't think that way, even though you know the reality is probably true. So yeah, gonna always try and go to that 10 a.m. group, even if it means I have to take the littlies with me. My husband does shifts, so one week is on an early, one week is on a late. So at least every other week I can go to group just by myself. Went to group on the 17th, like I said, stepped on the scales. First thing in the morning I'd not eaten, I'd not drank, nothing like that. So I was literally starting from scratch. I couldn't blame a brew. I couldn't blame nothing. I was in my normal weighing clothes that I always go in because, again, start as I mean to go on. I stepped on the scales and I was not very happy to see a familiar number. I was 16 stone, £3 this time. So still £10 off. £10 off from when I originally started. So technically, if I was gonna rekeep my progress, I would have been at a £10 loss still from when I originally started in January. And I don't know if I mentioned it before the phone rang, but I decided that I wasn't going to keep my progress. Just mentally, I think, rather than going back to group and seeing this massive weight gain, which it is a massive weight gain, it is 1 stone, £12, which is huge. It's colossal. Like I said, I gain weight so easy. And that was with trying. I won't lie, that was with trying because I just, like I said, free for all. It really was. So, but rather than seeing that weight gain and then thinking, right, now I need to chip it away, now I need to chip it away, till I can get to that 2 stone 8 pound loss, my 2.5 stone award again, I thought, I'm just going to restart. Like, yeah, I'm still £10 down, which is good. It could have been better, but it's good. But I'm just going to cut my losses and I'm going to restart, because mentally restarting, that's my new starting weight. And then I've got my new target again, which is 11 stone. I'm going to restart because I can't be thinking of all the bad that I need to now undo. I need to be thinking positive and going forward. So cut my losses, restart. So my new starting weight is 16 stone, 3 pounds. Again, like I said, when I started back in January, I never thought I'd see the 16s again, but it was there, smack bang in my face, clear as day on those scales, 16 stone 3. So I just took it, they wrote it down in my book, I sat down, Alyssa was with me, no, Alyssa wasn't with me. She was with me Monday, just gone, because they're on half term. So Alyssa wasn't with me. So I just sat there. I was with my friends anyway, and it is what it is. There's nothing much more I can say about it, is there? That's my starting weight. Like I said, very annoyed with myself for undoing all that hard work, but it is what it is. It's life. It's done. It's dusted. I'm moving on. It's in the past. So I vowed to myself, I'm going to have a good week. And if you've caught my shopping haul last and my menu plan, that menu plan I did stick with. I stuck to it. We didn't have any takeaways. I stuck within my sins. I had plenty of sins, don't get me wrong. I ate my sins throughout the week. I had loads of yummy food, breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, you name it. I've eaten it, but it's all been on plan. And I can say 100% on plan. I weighed my healthy extras, anything that was sin that needed weighing, I weighed it. So it was all good. Had a really, really good week. Did mean to film what I was eating, but because it was my first week back in, I didn't want to put too much pressure on myself. I just wanted to get through that week and see how I got on. But now we're seeing what weight loss I got. I really wish I did. So much so that that's what I'm doing this week. I'm recording everything this week. So yeah, went back to group again with Alyssa this time because it's half term, and my hubby was at home, so he could keep an eye on the littlies. So it worked out really, really well. So just me and Alyssa went because she loves coming. She loves it all. I think she just likes that group environment as well. She's a bit of a social butterfly like I am, so she loves going and being around everybody and everybody being really positive and chitter chatter and all that sort of stuff. So went back for my first weigh-in Monday the 24th, and I stepped on the scales and I was very happy to see that I did have a loss, which was amazing. And in the back of my head, I was thinking, I've done Slimming World before. It wasn't that long ago that I did Slimming World. My body will probably think, oh, here she goes again. She's doing Slimming World. And I was hoping for around about £4. But realistically, I was thinking, because my body might just be so used to it, and it's, it's like riding a bike. It's got straight back on it again. It might have only given me a couple of pound loss, which I really wasn't looking forward to seeing. But anyway, stepped on the scales, and the weigh lady turned round and was like, oh, well done, 15 stone 8. And I was like, oh, all right, brilliant. Yeah, 15 stone 8. Not doing the numbers in my head whatsoever. I mean, I looked down at the numbers and I could see that it said 15 stone 8, because you can actually see the monitor if you want to, or they put a little card over if you want to do a blind weigh-in. So I was looking at it, but I wasn't doing the maths in my head because I'm not fast maths. So I was like, oh yeah, 15 stone 8. Yeah, I think that's my £4. Yeah, I think I've got my £4. Again, not adding it all up in my head. Because naturally when you see 15 stone 8, you feel like the stone bracket only goes up to 10, not 14. £14 in a stone. So that's just the way my brain thinks, even though I know it's not the way it is. So I didn't do the maths. And she was like, you've lost £9 this week. I was like, you what? £9. I was like, come again? £9. Well done. And I was like, no, you've got to be joking, mate. She was like, no, £9. And I was like, no, there must be something wrong. There's no chance I've lost £9 in a week. And she was adamant. She pulled out the half stone award, started writing out my certificate. And even though she was writing out my certificate and I was stood there dumbfounded that I've lost £9 in 1 week, I still couldn't believe it almost. And I wandered back. They keep your book and they keep your certificate so they can hand it out in group if you stay into group, that is. And I wandered back to my seat like in a bit of a daze, and Alyssa was like, "You all right, Mum?" And I was like, "I've lost £9." And she was like, "You what?" "I've lost £9." And she was like, "Really?" And obviously she was super chuffed. She was really happy. I was over the moon, but confused. So I had to sit down. I had to put it actually in my Slimming World app because I'd restarted everything on my Slimming World app, my progress. I put my weight loss for this week that I now weigh 15 stone, £8. And yeah, it said, "Congratulations, you have lost £9 this week. How do you feel?" And I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, this week's weigh-in, £9. It is a first week. I do accept that. It's not, you know, it goes to show how terrible my diet must have actually been. And I know a lot of that is going to be like water weight, but I will have still lost some fat and I can feel it a little bit. Not like I've lost stones and stones, but I just don't feel as bloated or anything like that. I just feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, I've still got a very, very long way to go because my target at the moment is 11 stone. So I've still got a long way to go. But to have done a massive chip off of that of £9 and be in the next stone bracket and already have my half a stone award, I am just absolutely over the moon. So I feel like it's the boost I've definitely needed to really get me off running, because it has completely motivated me to have another amazing week. So I'm, like I've said, I'm filming everything that I eat this week, and then I'm going to put that vlog out on Sunday. Then hopefully Monday will be the weigh-in. So hopefully I'll be able to see everything I've eaten this week and then the result for Monday of how that's actually happened. I'm being really honest. Everything that I do eat, I am showing you. Good, bad, in between, which there's not been any bad yet. However, I'm going over to my mum's today, but I've gone through the menu with her for today and everything's on plan. But on Friday, we're meeting some friends in Blackpool, all with the kids. We're going to go through the lights. We walk through the lights every year. That's something that we just always do. And normally we get fish and chips and we'll eat them on the beachfront, and we'll get donuts and slushies and all that sort of great stuff. So I'm not sure of what I'm going to do yet. Maybe we might have to just change our plans a little bit and eat something different, or I'll eat something different. I'm just not sure yet. But the rest of the weekend, absolutely fine, on plan, no issues, and then weigh in on Monday. And I'm hoping to get around about £1 to £2, maybe. I'm not expecting anything more than that because I really don't think my body will drop a massive amount of weight like that and then drop another big number. There's just no chance. The most that I've ever lost in the past is £6. And I don't expect to ever see numbers like £9 ever again in this side of the journey. Never. So we'll just have to wait and see. Let me just double check if there was anything else I wanted to say. Like I said, I've just got a couple of little notes here so that it's not all completely confusing. So yeah, going forward, I was going to do some body pictures as well, because I want this journey to be a new one. It's not my old one. It's not the one that I started at the beginning of the year. This is a brand new journey for me. And I'm going to do it differently. I've took all my measurements. I took a picture of myself when I started of what I look like. And then every stone bracket I get to, I'm going to take another picture. I thought about doing it weekly, but sometimes I might maintain, sometimes I might gain. I think every stone bracket will be better. And then I'll do like a side by side so that you can see the differences, and then see if we can actually see me changing along the journey as well. And I think that'll help keep me motivated doing it also. And again, with every stone bracket, do my measurements and see the other non-scale victories that I might be getting, where I can actually see my body changing and I can see the numbers, you know, like for my arms, my legs, my waist, my bust, things like that changing, my chin, because I've got many of them, and see all that changing too. So that's my plans. Tomorrow I'm going to upload my shopping haul for this week because I have already filmed it, but I wanted to get this vlog out before I did that one, just so that it follows in a good order. And then my menu plan for this week so that you can see everything that we are planning on eating. And I've done the price comparison again because I went to Aldi, didn't spend as much this week because we've still got a bit left over from last week. But yeah, I've done the price comparison that I do because I like to just make sure that I am still getting the best deal, and I know it's helpful to you guys as well. And then, like I say, going to get that what I eat this week up on Sunday with Monday to follow. So that's my plan. I'm hoping going forward, I'm going to get a bit of structure into my life when it comes to vlogging rather than here, there and everywhere and as and when. Mondays, I'm hoping are going to be way updates. Monday, latest Tuesdays for uploading, editing, filming, editing, uploading. And then Wednesdays, around Wednesdays, I'm going to do my shopping haul and menu plan. Sundays are going to be what I've eaten during the week, and I think I'm just going to find that easier rather than doing daily vlogs of what I eat, just clumping it all together because again, time constraints, clumping it all together and doing a quick what I eat in a week. And I'm going to try and keep it within the half an hour so that it doesn't go on too long. And then every now and again, on a Friday, I'll just do a day in the life as well, just to update on family things because obviously I'm quite chatty. I do like having that chatty side of things. I know this one's turned into a very chatty vlog, so if you're still with me, thank you very much. But it's just a bit of an all-rounder, this one today, and then going forward there'll be more condensed apart from, like I say, that day in the life. Just I'm going to separate it like this so that the people that are only interested in weigh updates can just watch that. The people that are only interested in shopping hauls can just watch that. The people that are only interested in what we've eaten for the week can just watch that. And then the same with the day in the lives can just watch that. And if you're interested in all of it, then you've got access to all of it. But then if you're not, and you're only wanting specific ones, I've not amalgamated all of the different vlogs into one. You can watch what you choose then, really. And believe it or not, doing it that way actually makes it easier for me as well to break it all down and put different things out on different days. So again, I hope you enjoy that way of things and that you're okay with how I'm going to go forward with it. I just think it'll make it easier, give more structure, and I can get more vlogs out basically. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I've talked long enough again. But again, I like to chat and I do love to have this catch up. So I'm hoping that you've enjoyed it at least. Again, I want to just say a massive thank you to new and old subscribers for sticking with me and for subscribing to my channel. You genuinely have no idea how much it means to me. It absolutely means the world. My kids find it hilarious that the mum has 1,000 subscribers now on YouTube. So yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, let me know how you're getting on in the comments. Life, weight, other, whatever you want to chat about. I'm always open for a good chat, and I always make sure that I respond to everybody. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will catch you in the next one. So take care of yourselves. Bye.